Hi folks, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Today we are going to color in this book. It is the 82nd anniversary of my favorite movie, The Wizard of Oz, and I'm going to take that opportunity to also do a How I Color Flowers because we are going to color poppies. We are going to color this page right here. For anybody who knows, The Wizard of Oz is known for poppies as well as a lot of other things. But the poppies are where they run through to get to the Emerald City, and the Wicked Witch does a little magic trick and causes the poppies to put them to sleep. So they fall over, fall asleep, you know how it goes. So that's why we're going to color the poppies. We are going to use Lightfast today. I got to sharpen this one, sorry. We are going to use Lightfast today. And we are going to, I'm going to start with just this lavender up here because I'm just going to use one color for it, and that is Wild Lavender in the Lightfast. Okay? So let's just go ahead. I don't know how these pencils work in this book. I don't think that I have used them in this book. They may not work the way I want them to work because this paper is slick. But we will just see how it goes. So if you are a Wizard of Oz fan, please leave in the comments either some of your favorite quotes, your favorite scenes, or anything like that. I would love to see that. I watch it every year in November because it comes on TV. It is a movie that I could watch over and over and not get tired of. For sure. I may need to add a darker purple, but lavender really isn't that dark, so I thought I would just go with the Wild Lavender pencil. For the green, all the green is going to be the same, and I'm using Foliage for the green. You can layer it up and make it darker in spots if you would like. Whatever you would like to do, totally up to you. Yeah, and then we have a little honeybee up here, and I'm just going to do amber gold just where the white is. I'm going to let the black be the black and just add a little of this amber gold in there. That. For the wings, I can just add, I'm going to add some wheat for the wings. Okay, now we'll move on to a poppy. And the poppy is going to be Scarlet, Derwent Red, Burnt Sienna, and Flame. Alright, so let's just see what we can do. Let's start with, what do we want to start with? Let's start with Burnt Sienna first. I'm going to rotate you a little bit. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to do the top very lightly with some Burnt Sienna. Poppies are red, but they have some of them have a light top to their petal, so that's what we're going to go for. So we're just going to do a light layer of this Burnt Sienna. Then we're going to take the Flame and go over that. So this is Flame. I'm just going to go over that, bring it down just a little bit. Sometimes you have to mix two colors together to get the color that you want. Sometimes you go straight on top of that other color. I haven't checked the focus. I hope it's not going crazy on you. I do collect Wizard of Oz things. I have quite a bit of collection of Wizard of Oz stuff. I do have some autographs as well from the Munchkins. Now we're going to go with Scarlet. And we're going to start down here with the Scarlet. And this is just the first layer with Lightfast. Lightfast, I do believe, is a layering pencil more so than some of the other pencils that you can just kind of smushy together. But yeah, as I was saying, I have autographs. I have the coroner's autograph. He is my favorite. One of my favorite characters in the movie for sure. And I have his autograph, and it actually says to Shannon, and it's signed. My daddy got to meet them when they were in my state several years back. I also got several other Munchkin autographs. I have, you know, books, Judy Garland books. I have the Scarecrow books. I have the Cowardly Lion books. I have a book autographed by the Tin Man's grandson. So, yes. Now we're going to do Derwent Red. And this is hopefully going to help make it the red that we want. Like I said, layer, layer, layer. I have a gnat flying around. Of course, what's new? Anytime I'm in here, I have gnats flying around. So we'll just carry on with this color all the way around. Then we'll go back and do some layering. Probably won't do this entire page on here because I do try to keep these How I Color Flower videos, you know, not very long. And this is back to Scarlet. Sorry, did not tell ya. I'm going to bring some of that up in that flame and burnt sienna as well. You can also just go a different way if you want to lose some of the white. You can also try a blender if you don't want to layer so much. Then I think we're going to go back with the Scarlet again, which I think that's what I just used, but I need to go back with it again to go right here because I missed. Now let's go with the Derwent Red, back with the Derwent Red. And just bring some of that on up a little further into that flame. Then we're going to go back with the flame. No, let's go back with the burnt sienna. And then we'll go back over with the flame. Okay. And that's a semi-truck. Then we're going to go with the flame. Then we will go back with the Derwent Red. Then let's go back with Scarlet. And let's start kind of up here. And just layer something on top of the flame so that it's not so divided. Alright, then Derwent Red. And this will be our last layer for this petal. Of course, you can pick out any of the pencils that you have and use similar colors. I know a lot of people do not have the Lightfast. And that's okay. You don't have to have the Lightfast. Alright, so that's petal number 1. Now let's turn this way. And let's do this petal here. Burnt sienna again for the top, the tips of the petals. Just slightly. My hand's wanting to not cooperate. Then we're going to go with flame. Bring it down. Way. I don't know about this. Let me see if I can open it. If that helps any. Yeah, that helped a little bit. May end up having to do flowers upside down because of the spiral boundedness. So yes, I'm curious to know, we're going to go with Scarlet. I'm curious to know, if you are a Wizard of Oz fan, who your favorite character is. It's hard for me to decide. I really like the Scarecrow. Because he has, you know, some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, which is so true. So I really like some of his one-liners. We did get to see the Wizard of Oz play, and it was great. The best actor for that was definitely the Scarecrow. Derwent Red, he stole the show. He was great. I've also seen Wicked. Wicked is good too. I think I've seen the Wizard of... Have I seen the Wizard of Oz? I may have seen the Wizard of Oz twice and Wicked twice. I think. So I highly recommend them if they come to a town near you. You will not be disappointed. Back to Scarlet. I hope that you're able to see this and it's not too dark or too light. If you hear that, it's not mine. That is the coonhound, the neighbor's coonhound, who lets everybody know when he is outside. So you just keep layering. We're going to go back with Scarlet until we get the red that we want. I hear that his friend's outside too. Alright, then let's go in with Burnt Sienna. We still have to do some more Derwent Red, but let's go in with Burnt Sienna. And then in with Flame. Lightly. And back with Scarlet. And come down from the top this time. If there are any flowers that you would like to see me color, you can leave that in the description as well. And I will try to do that. I need to get going with it. Something always seems to happen. We can always take a blender, and I may do that just to see what it will do. But now we can flip this back over, and let's go here. Let's see. Burnt sienna, and this little area here, just a little bit. Is where I'm going to put the burnt sienna on this one, and then flame. And you don't want it to be a line across. I mean, you may. I don't telling you how to color, but you kind of want it to kind of be a little jagged. Alright, then we're going to start with Scarlet in here a little bit. And we're going to go all the way to the tip of this petal with Scarlet. Okay. I'm going to try not to keep turning the page, but with flowers it's hard because you want it to all go the way of the veins of the flowers. See, like that is going to be wonky. And then you're going to go down here and go up in that flame with your Scarlet. Alright, then we're going to take a Derwent Red, and we're going to bring it. Possibly add some purple in here as well. I'm not going to go all the way to the tip, but close. I am going to turn. Because I do kind of need to make it comfortable for my hands as well. I'm going to keep on turning so that we don't have funky lines. Not to say we're not going to have them anyway, but okay. We're going to go back with the Scarlet. It, spin it, hold on folks, and do us a little Scarlet down here again. We do need some Derwent Red in here as well. Derwent Red just at the very bottom. I will list the pencils in the description as well. with Scarlet. I think we're going to throw a little flame in a little flame right here. Right, just on the tip. Okay. Then we're going to go with the burnt sienna. Again, down here. And then back with the flame. That's Scarlet. Back with the flame. Right. And we're going to do a little more Derwent Red down here to make it a little bit richer. Look at that. Alright. Then we are going to, let's do this one next. And let's rotate. We're going to do burnt sienna. I'm going to rotate you. And see how I'm kind of letting it be jagged? For me, that helps with the blending and it not be such a harsh line across. Flame. But you can do, of course, however you want to do. I'm certainly not a coloring expert. Scarlet. And then Derwent Red. Y'all heard that? That was my neck. And you can layer until the cows come home. You do whatever you want to do, Scarlet. However you want to do it. I am going to take a blender so I can just show you the difference. But you certainly do not have to use a blender. Derwent Red. I use it just to show you what can be used. I need to move my leg, sorry. Sorry. Alright, then I'm going to go back with the burnt sienna. And if you hear smacking, that's not me, that's Monkey. He's in the floor licking his lips. And then flame. Go back with Scarlet, start from the top this time, and just kind of blend that in. A little bit. Then we're going to take the Derwent Red and go one more swoop. to the center part. Alright, burnt sienna. And we're going to do burnt sienna here. We'll work on this as a whole. And then burnt sienna over here. Just make it a little jaggy. And just kind of work it around like that. Okay, we can go ahead and do it over here too. Burnt sienna all the way on this side as well. And then up here, we will do the same. Okay, and then we'll take our flame and we'll go down here, making it jaggy, yeah. Jagged even. Somebody told me the other day they were going to make a dictionary of words that I make up. Scarlet. He's decided to shake the entire table. Kids. Alright, Scarlet over here as well. And then Scarlet down here. Go with the Derwent Red. For some, hold on. I think part of my problem is, hold on a minute. One moment, let me pause for just a second. Okay. My light was doing some funny thing. Derwent Red. Make sure you do go up in that flame a little bit. That way it'll help you blend it later. Okay. And then go here, and we'll go back with the Scarlet. And do it all over again. That's not Scarlet. Let's go back with Scarlet, not burnt sienna. Scarlet. You will notice on some paper, most paper, there are sections of the paper that will need more layering. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand the science behind it or anything like that, but you will notice that some areas of the paper need more layering than others. Am I the only one who has noticed that? curious to see if I am. We're back with the Derwent Red. Then we're going to go with the burnt sienna. Over all of it. We're going to need some more Derwent Red. It is not red enough yet. Flame. Let's go Derwent Red. Because we need it to be a little bit redder than this. It's not wanting to participate in the redness. Alright. Just add a little more here. Alright, and then that will be that. I'm going to do amber gold, I think, which is what I used on the bees for the center. Just all over it. I also have a yellow ochre here. I'm going to use it a little bit as well. Alright, and that will be the center of the flower. Okay, and now I'm going to, let's go ahead and do the lavender over here. Like I said, I'm not going to finish this page. I'm going to do this lavender. We'll do the, I'll show you the blender. I will finish. I'll come back and show you the finished page. As well. I don't think I'll do a background because I don't want to lose the bees. And you don't have to do a background in all your pages. I know there are people who are like, it has to have a background or it's not complete. Yeah, don't feel like that has to be you. Because some pages just don't need backgrounds. It's okay. Doesn't make you less than just because you don't put a background on your page. Alright. Let's go ahead and do down in here as well. Since it's over here sitting down, chilling, illin, mind if it's business. Okay. Foliage. And like as you see, you don't have to use 5,000 pencils for one thing. Alright, I missed a little part of that lavender right there. Then we have this leaf, and we have the poppy stem. We're going to do it all with this one pencil. This is the poppy stem. Alright, that's the lavender stem. That's the poppy stem. Okay, we also have some wheat over here, and I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. And I'm going to use wheat to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that done. I'm also going to throw in some yellow ochre on this as well. That way you will have seen all elements of the page. So we have a yellow ochre mixed in with that wheat, and it should look like wheat. Or at least my wheat. You can also do, you know, throw some color in on this shadowy area if you want. You really can't see it very well, but you can certainly do that if you would like, because that's what all of this is as well. And I'll just add just a little bit of a little pop of it. Okay, that's all the wheat that I see over here. So yeah, so there's that. I will finish it, then I'll come back and show you it as a completed page. I don't think I'll do a background like I said, but it could change. I may do a light blue background. If I do, I will come back and do that with you. Okay, I will see you in a minute. Before I do that, I was going to show you the blender. I forgot. So let's do that real quick. I forgot I was going to do that. So let's do that real quick, okay? And see what difference it makes, if it makes any at all. I think that it will brighten up the red a little. Yep, that's what I thought. I don't know if you can see the difference in that and this, but it does, it brightens up. I love the Caran d'Ache blender. That is the one that I use if I use a blender. There is a Prismacolor blender. A lot of people like the Prismacolor blender. I personally don't like the Prismacolor blender unless I want to take color off. I feel that the Prismacolor blender takes color away, whereas this one just blends them all together nicely. Okay. So in some instances, especially with slick paper, blender is a nice tool to have. I don't use it as a shortcut. As you know, saw, I did do layering. I don't just, use it as a shortcut to not have to layer. Although you can, and that's totally fine. To each their own, each color the way that you want to color. But I do not. I still try to layer. And you will find that your blender works better if it has layers to work with. You have to make sure you have enough pigment on your page so that it has something to blend. I hear people talk about how blenders don't work for me, and I tell them you have to have pigment on your page or else there's nothing there to blend. So try adding a little more color and see if that helps you, if you struggle with blenders. Again, I'm not an expert. It's just my personal experience, and that's all I can go by. So as you see, it made it brighter. It took away that white that most people do not like. I don't have a problem with it, but sometimes you don't want it. And with flowers, most of the time you don't want it, because a lot of flower petals look leathery, and you can't look leathery if you have a bunch of white space. So I think in this incident, the blender really helped make it look smooth and leathery. And it's going to put me to sleep. So yeah, so there's that. All right, I'll finish and I'll be back. Okay? Okay, we are back and it is finished. Finished. I do think I'm going to put maybe a background. I'm going to use the King Arts, and this is Sky Blue. It is a pastel, one of the pastels, and also this is called Smoke, and I may add some of that. I'm going to use these Stencil Brushes, and we're just going to go in, and you may not be able to see it, but I don't want a lot. I just want it to be kind of, and that's why I'm using the stencil brush, is because I want it to be kind of scratchy and blotchy and just knock a little bit of the white off, if that's all. And I'm sorry, you're going to see the top of my hand because that's how you have to use these stencil brushes, so I apologize for that. I will try to remember to leave a link for these in the description. Hopefully I will not forget that. Maybe if I leave them out on the table, I shall remember. Okay, so you just really quick, easy. They come in different sizes, so you can go in little areas as well, just to knock off some of the white. You don't have to cover an entire background unless you just want to. Alright, so do what you want to do. Alright, then I'm going to take some of this smoke color and just add some of that in some areas. Just willy-nilly, wherever you would like to have some. Nothing fancy about it. It says my battery's running low. So yeah, I thought my computer was plugged up. Evidently it is not. So yeah, there it is. There it is. Poppies to celebrate 82 years. The Wizard of Oz. So yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I hope that you have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, please leave them below. I will get to them as soon as I can. I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much. Be kind to one another, make someone smile, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.